I hear my breath before I hear the office. Not the phones, not the printers, not the elevator that always shutters on floor 6. Just my breath uneven, shallow, like I'm standing at the edge of something I'm not supposed to see. I shouldn't look up. I shouldn't, but I do. He's a shape in the corridor at first, glass reflections, the blue of the copier light flickering across his jaw. A stack of reports in his hands. Miles. I've passed him in crowded kitchens, shared elevators where we pretend to study floor numbers, traded polite mornings with the safety of other footsteps between us. He turns. His eyes find mine. A second, then half, then less, and yet my body records it like a false stomach lifting, chest tightening, knees unsure of the ground. Ink spreads from the tip of my pen, a small bruise on the page, and the entire floor phones, heels, keys, voices dims into a low, obedient hush. I blink. The world resumes. He walks on. I try to, too. I staple the wrong pages, miss my own calendar alert, pour coffee and leave it untouched until it's cold enough to accuse me. People ask if I'm tired and I say barely slept, and it isn't a lie. Just a forecast. Every task I finish feels like lifting a blanket off something burning, momentary relief, heat still there. And when I make myself not think his name, the space where his name would be becomes louder than sound. My body is a traitor today. My pulse keeps knocking at my throat when footsteps pass. My mouth is dry. My skin is listening, as if attention had turned into touch. I move slower around corners so the world can't surprise me with him. I move faster past the glass wall so my reflection won't tell on me. Long day? A voice says, and it's him. Close enough that cologne becomes a place cedar. Smoke, rain the second it starts. Feels like it. I manage. He gestures at my paper C. You always make the storm look organized. I smile because it's safer than speaking. He smiles like he understands that safety is a costume. He leaves before I decide what to do with my hands. The elevator ride down is a crowded silence, the kind where everyone is alone together. Outside, the city flickers brake lights like pulse lines, windows like constellations people live inside. My phone buzzes. Don't forget dinner with the Harrisons this weekend. I type, of course. The words look honest in the glow. My heart knows better. The house smells like rosemary and chicken. He cooked. He's proud. We kiss. The kind you give each other so the day doesn't feel wasted. We talk about parking tickets and porch lights, and a neighbor who sings at midnight like the moon is a microphone. I laugh. The sound startles me. It's not that I don't mean it. It's that part of me is measuring the distance between the woman at this table and the woman whose hands trembled in the elevator. My wedding ring has weight tonight. It's never heavy, not even when grief visited our house once and slept on the sofa for weeks. But now the gold presses like a reminder from someone I loved yesterday and intend to love tomorrow. The problem is today. In the bathroom, the mirror is kinder than I deserve. My eyes look awake in a way that doesn't belong to fatigue. I try names on my face: wife, secretary, friend. None of them fit without a seam showing. I wash my hands as if the heat will scold me into the woman I'm supposed to be. It only makes them red. Morning cures some things. Coffee cures some more. I make a list that could keep a brain safe from thoughts. Confirmations, follow-ups, budgets, Ben at 3 p.m., florist for office party. I decide to take a different route to the kitchen. A small, cowardly geometry. It works until it doesn't. He's at the water dispenser, thumb pressing the button with absent care, reading something on his phone. His tie is undone the way some men look undone on purpose. He looks up first. It doesn't matter that it's a public hallway or that colors exist. The moment is monochrome. 2 points in a line no one else can see. Morning, Julia. My name in his mouth is a key I didn't know I'd swallowed. Morning, I say, and the word is too small for what my body tries to hide. He tips his cup toward mine. Truce? He says. It sounds ridiculous. It sounds like exactly what we need. Our cups click, porcelain confessions. I leave with water I don't drink. All day I narrate sensible stories in my head. It's a crush. It's a current. It's chemical. It's survivable. If I keep it quiet, it dies quietly. If I don't feed it, it starves. But hunger doesn't live in the mouth alone. It learns your schedule. It stands by the printer. It remembers your perfume and waits by the corridor for your shadow to arrive first. I sign Bennett's file in the wrong place. I schedule a meeting on a holiday. I type miles where miles is supposed to measure distance. I catch it before anyone else does, and the catch hurts more than the error. In the afternoon, he laughs in a room I'm not in. The sound crosses the floor like sun across a tablecloth. Everyone looks prettier for a second, including me. I hate that about myself. I don't stop it. We eat pasta and watch a show where perfect strangers kiss like they've practiced all their lives. My husband makes a joke about how no one actually does that. I smile with my face and try not to with my memory. He squeezes my hand. I squeeze back. There are so many kinds of love that aren't loud. Mine used to be one of them. Past midnight, the house is a seashell holding the ocean of our day. I sit by the window, city lights like promises I didn't make. The glass is cool, my thoughts are not. I tell myself the truth I've been avoiding. It wasn't just a look. It was permission, and something inside me accepted it. My phone lights up with Lisa's name, an old thread of memes and dates and voice notes from nights when grief stayed over. I don't call. I draft a message I don't send. I need to tell you something, and I need you to help me hate myself less for it. I delete it. I sleep for an hour, and dream in corridors. Morning drags its clean light across my desk like a towel no one asked for. Updates, memos, a tray of pastries no one eats until guilt demands it. Miles is on a call in the glass conference room. He's patient when other people would hurry. He smiles with half his face when someone else talks. He writes things down like he intends to remember them. I don't need more reasons. Wanting has never cared about math. At noon, the corridor bottlenecks. Files, coffee, laughter, excuses. A shoulder brushes mine. Him. Sorry, he says. Too close to be sorry. And instinct betrays me. My hand lifts, finding purchase on his forearm for balance I already had. The contact is small and catastrophic. Are you okay? He asks, voice lowered like we share ownership of the air. I am, I say. The lie is a mercy for us both. He doesn't move first. Neither do I. The hallway moves around us like water. See you later, he says finally. You will, I answer, before realizing what I've promised. I lock myself in a bathroom stall and count floor tiles until my pulse obeys. I promise myself rules like a parent who loves too late. No more kitchen at noon. No more hallways that last too long. No more you will. I look at my hands, and they look like mine. I don't trust them. There's a version of this story where I'm better than I am. Where I shut the door gently and walk away. Where loyalty isn't something I have to practice. This is not that version. This is the one where I tell the truth. I want him. And wanting is a language my body speaks fluently, even when my mouth chooses silence. Late afternoon, he stops at my desk. Not close enough to touch, close enough to choose not to. Did you get the Bennett files? He asks. I did. Are you bringing them to the 4 p.m.? I am. We've never sounded more professional. We've never been less. After the meeting, I linger by the copy room no one uses. It smells like paper and old electricity, a chapel built for secrets too modern for stained glass. I put my hand on the cool edge of the machine and breathe like prayer never needed an answer, only a rhythm. Julia, my name again, how easy it is to be found when you want to be. He starts, then stops, then laughs at himself, rubs his neck like men in movies do when they're about to say things that undo a life. I keep telling myself to stop doing that. Doing what? My voice is careful, my bones are not. Looking for you in rooms I'm not supposed to. There are 10 answers that would save me. I choose none. Don't, I say instead. Stop telling yourself. A beat. The kind that writes itself into a calendar you don't show anyone. Okay, he says. He doesn't touch me. I don't move away. We leave one at a time like a secret learned to walk. At dinner, I forget to salt the pasta, and he doesn't notice because he's telling me about a podcast on productivity, and I nod and build a small house inside my throat where the word miles can sleep without being heard. He reaches for my hand under the table. I flinch as if the table moved. I cover it with a smile that lies pretty. He apologizes for nothing he did, and I forgive him for everything he didn't know. The house exhale is louder after midnight. I stand at the window with a glass I don't drink and watch streetlights paint permission onto asphalt. There's a rule about secrets. Once you name them, they stop being yours alone. I pick up my phone. Lisa's thread is waiting like a harbor. She's groggy and soft and exactly the kind of friend you earn by showing up for years. "Jules?" she says. "What time is it?" "I don't know," I answer, which is true in more ways than one. "What's wrong? How do you package a fall into a sentence?" "I met someone's eyes and forgot who I was," I say. Silence, then a slow inhale on her end. "Okay, start at the beginning." So I do. The corridor. The pen. The sound a cup makes when it touches another. The mirror. The name. The second look. The copy room. The almost. She doesn't interrupt once. "Julia," she says finally, careful like she's walking across a thin lake. "You know where this goes." "I know," I whisper, and the ring on my finger is so cold I swear it's a warning. "Then promise me something." "What?" "Promise me you'll tell me the truth before it happens." The truth is a door I've already opened. I look at the darkness on the other side and love how it looks like a hallway I've walked before. I close my eyes. "Lisa," I say, and my voice betrays me by shaking. "I can't tell you everything yet, but if I do, you'll never look at me the same again." I hung up, my hands trembling, Lisa's words echoing in my mind. "You know this won't end here." And deep down, I knew she was right. This wasn't the end. This was the beginning. The beginning of something I couldn't control. The beginning of a story that would tear apart everything I thought I knew about myself. Because once a secret is spoken, it never stays silent for long.